of a magazine has certain rules concerning the genre of a music magazine, such as colour, size of images, text placements and prices. I looked at magazines to see what ideas I could come up with. I looked at how the main image was presented onto the front cover of a magazine. Most main images are enlarged to cover the whole of the page. My main image is just the same. It is enlarged to fill the whole background, but because of the angle and the size of the image, I have had to cut off some of the photo, such as the end of the guitar. Another feature that I noticed when doing the research was the placing of the title and the barcode. The barcode was always placed in one of the bottom corners so that it was easier to spot and it wasn't in any way of the text. The title was mostly placed in the top left-hand corner. I think that this looks quite nice, and not only did I want mine to fit in with the rest of the music magazine market, but I liked this effect anyway. Most of the time the issue number and the price is underneath the title or vertically written beside it. I chose to put mine underneath the title because I found that it looked more professional. All of my text is on the left-hand side other than my main image. I have done this because all of my magazines that I looked at didn't have their main image covered. Some of the text does overlap the image, but this just adds character to the photograph. The contents pages are the same as the front cover when it comes to the rules and regulations of music magazines. When looking at the contents page of magazines, I noticed that they did not all include all of the pages that were actually in with the contents, just included the ones that were featured on the front cover or all of the main topics. I did the same by putting on my headlines, which were in orange, and then underlining that with the article outline underneath, which is written in black. All of the contents pages have photos. I wanted the photos that I had chosen to run vertically down beside the page's title. I made the photos relate to the main image, which is what the research that I had done showed me. A double page spread needs to look as good as the front cover. The cover is the part that advertises the double page, so they need to relate. When doing the research, I looked at the magazine's double page spreads. I looked at the way they were positioned, the photos, and how they presented the text. I chose to place the title of my article in the centre of the left-hand page. Above the title are 3 photos to represent the music. Below at the bottom of the page is the introduction to the article. On the right-hand page is the interview and more photos. The interview is laid out in a column and is separated in 2 halves. To the right of that is another 4 photos, which, like the contents page, is placed going vertically down. The language of the double page spread is very simple. It is the language that is used every day so everyone can understand it. There is no technical way that it is read, and the whole thing is quite formal. I have chosen to use all of these things because the music magazine market is very similar to each other. I wanted my magazine to fit in with all of the others in that market. I have taken ideas from each of the magazines that I looked at, such as the positioning of the objects.